What is up, friends? I am so excited that you want to spend the next 20 minutes with me, Danica, moving your body, doing some breath, and just taking a little bit of time for you today. So let's get started. Go ahead and find some space. You don't need a mat. If you want to have a mat, that's great. You just really need some space, soft particularly, but it's up to you. Go ahead and find a seat though. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulder blades down, and just take a moment to arrive. Your breath may be a little quick, kind of like mine right now from talking and getting prepared to film, and that's okay, that's normal. There's no judgment. There's no right or wrong. We're just simply starting to notice what is going on. What's happening in our body, what's going on with our breath. So I want you to take these next few moments, start to dial in to what it feels like to be here. Sit up nice and tall. Let the crown of your head reach up to the sky. I have a kitty friend if you're wondering what I'm chuckling at. But root down through their sit bones. Allow the hip points to move just a little bit more forwards. You find a little engagement of the low core, but you find that nice neutral spine all the way up. Shoulder blades relax down and together. You can keep your eyes closed or heavy, whatever feels comfortable, but just take a few fuller body breaths. You've noticed where you are, and now sometimes by simply noticing, the breath starts to get a little fuller, a little bit more intentional. So you inhale, allow the chest to rise, to the belly to fill all the way up. It's more a full body experience. And then as you exhale, the belly comes into the spine and you empty all the way out. Beautiful. A few more like that. Inhale and exhale. And again, just noticing what it feels like to take some fuller, deeper breaths, to be a part of your breath, right? It's this involuntary process of the body that we don't necessarily have to be a part of. It happens, it's what keeps us alive, but right here, you're aware. You feel the breath as it moves past the nostrils, into the lungs, belly rises. And an exhale, you almost sink and get a little heavier as you empty any stale energy and oxygen out. Beautiful. Take 3 more. Start to seal the lips if you haven't already. And take this next one in through the nose, little constriction in the back of the throat as you pull the breath down and in. And then same thing as the exhale, lips stay sealed out through the nostrils, little sound there as you empty out. Beautiful. One more. Inhale. Great job. Start to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder, bringing the chin towards your chest, just making some small neck circles. Doesn't have to be big. You might just go from left to right and forwards and back. You may even skip the full circle. But I just want you to start to feel a nice lengthening through each side of the neck. Just allowing yourself to move in a way that feels good. Maybe the shoulders, the hips, the torso want to start to get involved. Then you just find a little bit of organic, intuitive movement. No right or wrong here, so let it feel good. And if you're at home, in the comfort of your home, maybe you get really wild in your movements, or even if you're out in public at the park, maybe you get wild with your movements. You're allowed to take up space. You can do whatever you want. It's your yoga practice, not mine. Do what feels good. All right, meet me back in center. Reach the crown of the head up. Reach the arms out wide as you inhale, look up. Exhale, draw your hands to the heart center, bow your head. Close your eyes for just a moment. This moment's all for you. Whatever you want to fill this space with right here, Maybe it's a mantra about loving yourself today, or maybe it's just something simple as, I need some space to breathe. And that's okay too. Whatever it is, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, swoop the arms back up, open up the eyes. And then as you roll over the knees, plant your palms into the mat and come into a tabletop. From here, you want to stack shoulders directly over wrists. I like tops of feet in the mat. And press down into the palms. Really grip with the fingertips and start to fire up from your foundation. Belly hugs into spine, really firm tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart as you look forwards. I want you to take a moment to pause. Draw the right shoulder blade back, the left shoulder blade back, and shine the elbow eyes, so like the inside creases forwards. Awesome. Tailbone tilts to the sky, belly falls, and then as you exhale, draw the belly in, tailbone in, push the palms and look to the belly button. All right, let's move through that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck the tailbone, look in. Couple more. Inhale, allow the heart to pull forwards past the biceps perhaps. And then exhale, pull it in, look to the belly button, push, cat pose. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. Come back to a neutral spine. From here, I want you to just turn the fingertips towards the sides of the mat. You can start to sway a little side to side. That might feel nice on the wrists. Little bend in one elbow, then the other. You can also turn the fingertips all the way towards the knees. Great job. All right, fingertips back towards the front of the mat. Take a moment here, reconnect, push down into the palms, and then reach the right arm forwards. Starting to find a little bit of balance here. You can extend the left leg back if you're feeling it today. I like to kick out through the heel, squeeze through the glute, really find some engagement along that back side body. Hug the belly button into spine. So how do we do that? A lot of times maybe we'll have this nice big curve. I wouldn't say nice big curve, but it is a curve. Beautiful. But hug the belly button in, pull the hip points towards the ribs, and push down. Think down to lift up. Great job. Hold it here. You've got it. One more breath in. Elbow to knee as you crunch under and around the spine like cat. Couple more. Inhale, take the arm and foot long. Exhale, pull it in. One more. Breathe in. Take it long. Know that you can just do the arm or the leg solo. Take it in and then take it long. Set it down and give yourself a little shimmy if you need, right into the other side. Push down through the palms, reach the left arm forwards. Then the right leg straight back. Squeeze the right glute, but engage the core. So we're a solid line, not a beautiful arc. Press out through the heel. One big inhale, squeeze the right glute. Exhale, draw it in. Elbow to knee or maybe somewhere close. Inhale to lengthen. Know that the arm can go solo. Draw it in. The knee can stay down. One more. Inhale. Inhale for that space, that length, and then exhale to crunch. Pull it in. Great job. Take it long. Set it down. Child's pose is where we'll meet. Big toes together. Knees go as wide as feels nice as you sink the hips back. If you get to a point and the knees are like, hey, draw the knees in just a little bit. Reach the arms forward, sink the hips back, forehead to the earth if that feels nice. And just settle in here. Let it feel good. And if it doesn't, change it. Right? Yoga is about finding stillness without feeling stuck. So you always have the ability to modify, to adjust, to make it work for you. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Take notice of what's happening. How can you make it work for you if you don't take the time to notice if it's even working? One more big breath in. Breath out. On the next inhale, tuck the toes as you push yourself up, rising all the way into a high plank. Knees will lift off the mat if you're ready. Knees can stay down if you would like. That's up to you. Squeeze the fingertips like we talked about earlier. Push out through the heels, squeeze the glutes. I want you to find a little heat. I don't necessarily think that you need to push it to like the world record point. You can if you want. But right here, all I'm trying for you to do is just to find a little power in your body. Start to really tell your body, hey, kick on, because we about to kick butt. All right, big breath in. Bend the knees just a little bit, soften them just slightly, and then push your chest towards your thighs, down dog, hips high. I always like to bend one knee and then the other. My hamstrings are always really tight and they just need a little extra love and time. You might find that's your calves or your hips or whatever it may be here. So just finding a little movement in it is okay. Take the hands a little wider if you need a little support in the shoulders. But really grip with the fingertips. Force the forearms to help the shoulders out. Take a few breaths and then find stillness. Soften the heels towards the earth. Lengthen the hip bones to the sky. Take a few breaths right here in down dog. And if you need to set it down for a second, you set it down and then you come back. Child's pose is always available. Taking a few more moments to just find stillness. Feeling the power in your shoulders here. This is an inversion, right? Our heart is above our head here. So you might start to feel the effects of that. You might start to feel the blood kind of going into the hands as well, tingling. Take 2 more breaths. You've got this. Hold it here. Steady breath. Steady mind, steady body. 1 more. All right, great job. Lift the heels, look to the front of the mat, and then take your time. Slowly walk, feet to hands, top of your space for a forward fold. I mentioned early, my hamstrings, backs of my legs are always really tight. So I've got a pretty generous bend in the knees on this first one. Opposite hand, opposite elbow, and the head can hang heavy. You can always have your hands on blocks or the mat for support, but just take a few moments here, bend one knee and then the other. Allow your body to just feel whatever it needs to feel. No right or wrong. Exploring it if you would like here. We want sensation. Sensation is not bad. We don't want pain. But playing around with sensation, it's nice. Release the hands towards the earth, walk the feet together. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to shins or thighs. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, roll them back. Great job. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. 2 more like that. Breathe in. Halfway lift, hands can always be on blocks as well, and then you fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Last one, and then fold. Beautiful. Press down through your feet. Rise all the way up to stand this time. Mountain with the arms up and overhead. And arrive. I came up with the eyes closed. You may find that once you arrive, you close the eyes or you open them. But I want you to notice how you feel here. Push your feet into the mat. Don't grip with the toes, but push down into the earth. You belong right here, right now. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Squeeze the glutes a little. Strong core, strong mind. You've got this. Try to relax your shoulders. Maybe you think of something that makes you really happy. And you smile just for a moment here. And you see that your chest lifts a little bit more proud. You get a little bit taller. You get a little bit more full of joy. And then you take a big breath in. Exhale, soften the knees as you hinge from your hips. Fold all the way to the mat. Halfway lift once again. Make some space. Plant your palms. Step it back. High plank. 1 big breath in. Lower the knees if you'd like as we exhale together all the way to the earth. Untuck your toes. Breathe in through a little mini cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. I like little to no weight in the hands here. Really want to focus on this back side body. So pushing down through the hips, down through the quads, down through the feet. And allowing the shoulder blades to kind of kiss together and draw down my spine. Take a big breath in, back of the head to the sky. And then lower down. We're going to do it 2 more times with our breath. This time, inhale, lift up. It can be as high as you'd like to go. And then lower down. Keeping the gaze just a little in front of the mat. Last one. Inhale, peel, lift. Press your feet down if you can. And then lower. Tuck the toes, push up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Awesome job. We're going to flow with our breath. Inhale, lift your heels, look forwards. And exhale, travel top of mat, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen, and then let it go. Rise up, mountain pose, push through your feet. Come on, lift it up. Yes, beautiful. Right back down you go. Hinge from your hips, hands to the earth. Halfway lift, make some space, roll the shoulder blades back. Plant the palms, high plank, and then lower all the way down. Elbows graze the ribs. Inhale up through a little cobra. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, push up, high plank, and then back to down dog. Once again, lift the heels, look forwards, starting to feel that momentum. Breathe in, halfway lift. It's the exact same thing, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose, but we're starting to build some energy. Exhale, fold as we breathe a little quicker. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, high plank. So it's almost like interval training, right? Finding some intensity here. If you want chaturanga or up dog, feel free to take it. Back to down dogs where we meet. We're going to do it again. Heels will lift. Look forwards. Exhale, travel top of mat. Breathe in, lift and lengthen. Halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise up, mountain pose. Push through your feet, lengthen, and then exhale back down. So your heart rate's starting to increase. Lift halfway. Plant the palms. If you want the chaturanga, you'll shift forward, lower no more than halfway. Push through the palms and the tops of the feet as you come through up dog this time. And then exhale, down dog. One more time through we go. Heels will lift, look forwards. Come to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. It doesn't need to be complicated. Breathe in to be effective. Exhale, fold. Right? Breathe in. If there's something you want to add, you do it. That's the spice of life. You get to choose what you need. Lower halfway down with me or all the way down. Inhale, come through cobra or up dog. And then exhale, back down dog. And when you allow yourself to feel that freedom to just do what feels good in your body, the reward is magnificent. Magnificent? Did I say that? Take a second here in down dog. Find your breath. Notice that your heart rate increased. Your breath got more shallow. And then start to tap back into that fuller breath. You're in control. You've got this. Great job. We've only got a little bit longer. So take a big breath in right here. And then exhale, lower your knees down to the mat. Sink the hips back as you swing your legs all the way around, out in front of you, bringing the soles of the feet together. However close in you'd like is up to you. The more in, the more intensity you might feel. But sit up nice and tall first. Take a second just to ground in. Inhale, lengthen the crown up. And then exhale, slowly start to walk the fingertips forwards. You're going to stop where you start to feel that the spine has to curve for you to go any further. So I want you to feel a nice lengthening through the back sides of the hips, maybe through the spine, and then you can allow the chin to come towards the chest. Keeping length in the rest of the spine and allowing yourself to just sink a little deeper. And although this session is quick and simple, as we spoke in nature, doesn't mean it's easy. It's definitely not easy to show up. So take these moments here as we find stillness to show yourself some gratitude for doing this for you. For showing yourself some love in a way that no one else quite can. Take another breath right here in your fold. And then slowly lift all the way back up and draw the knees in. We're going to lay all the way down on our backs for just a second. Coming all the way down, drawing the knees in, finding a figure 4. Right ankle over the left thigh, just above the knee joint, kind of looks like below it here. Perspective, right? And then you can thread the right hand through and then take a hold of the left hand on the back of the left thigh. I prefer knee to knee connection with the hands. And then notice the more you pull in with the left knee and push back with the right, the more you start to feel in the backside of that right hip, getting into the piriformis, getting into that area of the glute that seems to be an issue for all of us. So you take your time here. You can flex the toes if you'd like, or just naturally let the feet find their neutral position. Sometimes I like to just move around here, making a little circle with my legs or taking them over to the side slightly so that you can feel a little bit of how small adjustments can make such a huge shift. You find a space that needs a little love. Take a few more moments on this side. A few more breaths to just be here. And then we'll switch it out. Hugging the knees into the chest, taking it to the other side. Left ankle, top of right thigh, hugging the right knee in, pushing the left knee back. Playing around with the hips on this side and just noticing if it feels different. It probably does. You probably need something different here. So find that. Meet yourself where you are right here, right now. No judgment, no shame. You're here. You did it. You showed up. You're doing the work. Good job. I'm proud of you. All right, slowly release that side. Plant the feet into the mat for just a second and let the knees windshield wiper side to side. We're going to take a twist from here. So you can just gently let the knees fall to the left if that feels nice, and then take the gaze to the right. Super gentle twist. If you want more, draw the knees in, keeping the right knee close. The left leg goes long. The right knee guides all the way over to the left. Now I say a little shimmy of the hips to the right, lifting up so they stack. And then allowing the right gaze, or the gaze, to go over the right shoulder. The right knee doesn't have to touch the earth. There's no need to force it. Just allow it to hang out. If you have a block, you can always place a block under it or the foot for support. But we're just allowing ourselves to get a nice full twist throughout the spine. Take another breath here. And then bring it back to center. We're going to take it to the other side. So if you want that gentle twist, knees will simply fall over to the right. Otherwise, bring the knees all the way in, hugging the left knee close, letting the right leg go long, and finding your twist. Taking the gaze over the left shoulder here. Twists allow us to find this compression in the center of our body, the location of our organs, and all of the things that sometimes need a little extra detoxification. So by finding these twists, these compression, we almost cut off that blood supply for just a moment, and that way when it comes back, it's like this nice new flood of the freshly oxygenated blood through these spaces that may need a little extra love. So still breathe as deeply as you can here, and then bring it all the way back to center. Drawing both knees into the chest and taking the forearms around the shins. This is a hug for you, by you, for you, all about you. So give yourself the squeeze that you deserve, the love that you deserve, and the thank you for showing up and doing this for you, because you deserve it. So give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. Thanks for showing up. And then you can take it long into a Shavasana for a few moments, or find your way up to a seat, which is where I will meet you. Let's take one nice big breath in together. Swoop the arms out to the side, reach up, look up. Then bring the palms in together towards your heart. Oh, I feel that good energy. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always an honor to share this space, this practice, this journey with you. So I hope that you have a great rest of whatever time of day it is. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.